All right, family, it's your brother Assad with my beautiful wife,
It's Adrian.
and we are back again with a quick video.
Real
And
quick this time.
real
We
quick,
promise.
well, I ain't gonna promise you that.
Relatively quicker.
Quick, because y'all already know I like to talk. I like to run my mouth. Man, I'm so excited because running my mouth got me a very important phone call today from a South African brother. If he's watching, shout out to you. I'm not going to make any announcements, say anything,
No.
but I have a very important meeting Saturday in Johannesburg, and I'm super duper excited about
That's
that.
like the day we land.
Yeah, that's the day we land. we got some big things popping,
This is how we
little
get down.
things stopping.
We get through the house.
Oh, we got to get through house
Housekeeping
cleaning.
first.
Okay, house cleaning, housekeeping. I want to thank every single South African for supporting this channel. And when I say South Africans are supporting this channel, 75%, I look at the YouTube analytics, 75% of our viewership comes from South Africa. You guys are dope.
Go ahead.
You guys are dope. Listen, my heart is wide open to South African people, man. The love is just amazing. I know I say this.
Solid. We
Right.
knew you were solid.
Well, real recognize real.
And y'all are real ones. Hey, real ones.
But they say the real recognize real and fake can't fake real for too long. Old player taught me that. He also taught me, he said, you might as well do it because you're gonna be dead a lot longer than you're gonna be alive.
Word.
You might as well do it. You're gonna be dead a lot longer than you're gonna be alive. I was like, you know what? That's profound, brother. Thank you.
For real.
All right, so shout out to my South African family, man. Thank y'all so much for supporting this channel. Again, the love is real. And I wrote some stuff down, so if y'all see me looking. Oh, okay. So with that being said, we have had so many people reach out via email, WhatsApp, say, hey.
Wait, not interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Bam.
All right, continue. I'm sorry.
The Bible say when a man find a wife, he find a good thing and obtain the favor of the Lord.
Well, come on.
When a man find a wife, he find a good thing.
When you're Muslim, but you can reach.
Look, hey, I grew up in the church.
Too.
I know the Bible now. I'll mess around, start preaching with you. You know, y'all don't want to get me started. I do a whole sermon on Job. But look, why I pick Job?
I don't know.
But anyway, so many people have reached out and said they wanted to hook up. So logistically, so emotionally, I want to do it all, right? I want to hook up with everybody. Logistically, that's gonna be problematic as hell. So
yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's a lot of eating, a lot of different places.
A lot of eating all day. I already gained weight. I went to the gym today. I said, "Ooh, Jesus, boy, you done got big." But I'm strong, big and strong. But so background here in New Orleans, I used to lead a initiative called the Community Foodie Meetup. Right, it was an effort to support Black businesses, and I came up with an idea that I like to define as radically simple. Radically simple. How can we support Black businesses? What is the easiest way to make sure we can put some dollars in the hands of Black-owned businesses? I got with a group of friends. First time we did it, we did this for about a year and a half, and it was once a month. First time, it was like 8 people, eight people that I knew. We just went to a Black-owned restaurant. We sat down, we ordered our meals, we ate, drank, and be merry. No alcohol, but some of them had alcohol. I don't drink. And then we paid our bill, right? So the next month, those 8 people brought people with them, and more people showed up. So then it was like 30 people at another Black-owned restaurant. So we went to different restaurants each time. By the 3rd month, it was like 75 people, and we packed out the entire restaurant. By the 5th and 6th months, we had to do it in shifts. We had to this first group goes, the second group goes, right? So my idea now is to kind of work out the logistics of trying to hook up with everybody. Since I can't hook up with everyone individually and I don't want to make myself out to be a liar, right? I was wondering, hoping that you guys can suggest a very cool brunch spot on Sunday. Brunch or lunch or dinner, whatever suits. On Sunday. But I would think something in the day would be good because
Yeah.
people are preparing for work on Monday. But a brunch spot.
I think they're on Monday.
Oh, maybe so. So it might.
Whichever.
So okay, a brunch spot on Sunday. If you guys can give us some suggestions in the comments, or you can email them to us, and what we can do is we can all meet up at that brunch spot, and then on Saturday morning, when we land, we may just go live and say this is the spot we're meeting tomorrow. Or if you shoot me an email, I'll say, okay, we're going to meet here at this time or whatever have you. So if you guys think that's a cool idea, again, I don't want to. I told so many people, yeah, I'm with you. I got you. We gonna hook up, and I just want to make sure that I can hook up with as many people as possible, or we can hook up. I'm always using this possessive I, but that we can hook up with as many people as possible. So I figure one way we can do that is to kind of have a South African version of the community foodie meetup. Let's just meet somewhere, preferably at a black-owned restaurant, right? And we can get together, we could eat, drink, and be merry, pay our bill, and kill two birds with one stone. We can network with each other, build, get to know each other, laugh, talk, and play, and we can make sure that a black-owned business gets some paper that day. And as business owners, we know how important it is when customers support. We know some days it's rough and be like, oh, Lord, I don't know how I'm going to make it. And then you see 15, 20 people come in and spend a gang of money, and you're like, thank God.
Right.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm excited. I hope y'all think it's a good idea. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
I think it would be great. So please, in the comment section, give us some suggestions. No hillbrow. Let's get that whoa. I don't want to eat nowhere in hillbrow. No disrespect.
Right.
No disrespect. I just, they won't let me bring no pistol on the plane.
Y'all catch the drift.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
Excited there. Okay.
Oh, Lord. Almost.
And think about that when you're recommending spots.
Yeah.
They have to be able to accommodate a group and maybe even have some outdoor seating, COVID stuff.
COVID protocols. And, right.
Right.
Brother told me he went to Hillbrow. The last time he was in Hillbrow, he saw somebody hanging. And he meant like hanging. Like
wow,
he
like
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how long ago that was. So I don't.
Traumatic.
That's just not the best scenery for a brunch. It's just not the best. I'm not knocking it. Not the best scenery for a brunch, though. Now, all jokes aside, so please suggest something for us to meet. All right.
All right.
So next in the house, man, we just still in housekeeping. Next in the housekeeping is tomorrow, December 15th at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time in the United States, 7 o'clock South African time. We have the second South African-American dialogue, or as I like to say, the South African-American dialogue. Take that second African out, make it flow. Let it flow. So, and I got some special guests. They're not really special, they're my boys. They're not really that special, I know them almost 30 years. Ain't nothing really special about them. No, these are my best friends. One brother's from Eritrea, and one brother is from Ghana. No, they're not from Eritrea and Ghana. One is from Oklahoma, and one is from Texas. And their people are from Eritrea, and one, their family's from Ghana. So I know you're like, well, why Eritrea, Ghana, and we having a South African American dialogue? What I wanted to do was introduce, again, about building these bridges. These are two African brothers, African American brothers, right? Who are everything that black people are outside of their mama's house.
Right.
They know all our, they are so intimately involved with black culture in the United States. They are just black people. However, they are us, right? then they have this specific cultural dynamic at home with, you know, the food that they may eat at their mom's house. So they're at our house eating, you know, fried chicken and gumbo, and then they're at home, you know, brother from Ghana eating, you know, pepper soup, you know.
Okay.
So it's so I wanted them to kind of talk about their experience being both African American and, let's say, Black American, maybe, to make the distinction, right? To have that conversation, as well as I wanted to discuss on the Zoom call ways in which um, Black Americans, African Americans, and South Africans can begin to work together to create like the synergy and a mutually beneficial relationship. I always say that it starts with great conversation. It starts with getting to know people. So I think it's wonderful that somebody on the call may be from Mississippi and somebody else may be from Mpumalanga,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Limpopo.
Limpopo. And somebody else may be from Louisiana. And they're having this conversation, this dialogue, and you never know what evolves out of the dialogue, right? So to figure out ways that we can begin. 40 million Black folk are not about to leave the United States and move to the continent. Yes, the continent probably could absorb them because the continent is so big, but it's just not going to happen. People feel that they're vested here in the United States, but they also recognize that Africa, number one, is our origin. Two, it is the future. Believe it or not, look at those growing economies in the world, right? So there are ways that Black Americans may want to participate being on the continent, right? And there are ways that the South Africans, we start with obviously South Africa, and this exchange that can take place between South Africans and African Americans. Let's start building the bridges and closing the gap. So that'll be the gist of the conversation. And I'm sure it will drift to many different places or whatever have you, as people begin to explain what it's like to be South African, and as Black folk on the call may explain what it's like. I say Black folk, I mean, I'm referring to African Americans, get to explaining what it's like to be who and what we are, and find out that there's a gang of similarities. Cousins, right?
Right.
Cousins, indeed. So 12 minutes in, we did a whole lot of house cleaning, and we're going to make this very short. All right. The question that we have, so this is a question. So in the comments, I want suggestions. If you can leave me some suggestions, please, of brunch spots for Sunday, as well as answer this question for me. So when I talk about, we always say we want to move to South Africa because we know what it's important to feel like we are in the majority. Right? Meaning that the majority of the country is Black.
Right.
However, are there differences in the different ethnic groups? Like, and how, that was a stupid question. Obviously, there are differences in the different ethnic groups. But let me give some context. Here in the United States, people in New York are vastly different than people in the South, and people in New Orleans are vastly different than anybody else, period. I know you always jacked out on your own city. No, we are vastly different. Our histories are different. We are older than the nation itself, right? We Black people in the United States, the vast majority of them eat soul food. New Orleanians don't eat soul food. I mean, I guess we'll eat it, but that's not our food. Yeah. That's not what we consider our own. We have our own cuisine. So we eat gumbo, jambalaya, which actually comes from jollof, gumbo, which actually comes from shrimp creole, crawfish etouffee. Yeah. We are influenced by both Africans as well as the French, a little bit of the Spanish, a little bit of Cuba. So we have a whole different vibe in New Orleans. We sound different. We a Catholic city, right? The majority, well, not the majority anymore, but a lot of New Orleanians are Catholic, right? Whereas most Black Americans are Protestants, Baptists, non-denominational. We have a very distinct culture in New Orleans. So I say to say that New Orleans is different from the rest of the South. New York is different from the South. Mississippi is different from Houston. And California people, they're just
Different.
Big different. California black people.
Music. You can hear it in the music that's
Right.
generated from these regions.
Exactly. However, outgroup homogeneity puts us all in one category. Right. So these vastly different people, not vastly different, but really different people regionally, right? Different cities have different styles, different, feels to them. Right. But because of white supremacy and racism, we are all seen as one group. And when it comes to stuff like politics, for instance, like 93% of black eligible voters voted for Obama the second time. I think it was like 95, 96 the first time. Yeah. Right? 80+% black folk voted for Joe Biden. Right? So we are in these groups. We are really different in many ways, but politically we see ourselves as one group. And in certain things, the history of racism and white supremacy, we have this shared history that even though New Orleanians are different from New Yorkers, I can still talk to a New Yorker about an experience of being followed by a police officer or something like that, and they know exactly what it's about, right? Or just many other things, So there's some overlap, but a lot of that overlap was created because it was in opposition to the forces that forced us to be in this box, if that makes any sense. Right. So with that type of context, the question is, maybe you can frame the question. I forgot where I was going. The question is,
so from the surface, we feel comfortable in South Africa because we say that blacks are in the majority. But when you get below the surface, where does the black population then break down to become ethnicities, different ethnicities, different groups? Right. And how do y'all see yourselves? Right. As black people?
Are you Zulu first or are you black first?
Right.
Right.
Are there commonalities across groups that bind you all together and unify you? And are there areas where you diverge? Right. And you're not on the same page. Right. And help us understand what that looks like. Because
sometimes I say, are you Zulu first or are you black first? Because sometimes I say, I think I'm a New Orleanian first. And that still means I'm black because this is a black city. Right. So it's like black is evident, but I know I'm different than those other black people. Negro always want to separate us. So I'm different.
Right.
But yeah, so
from me.
So like politically, do the Zulu support the ANC more than is it the DA party? I think it's called? Or whatever other party, or does one group support this party more, or is one group more conservative than the other? Stuff like that. So just wondering, we want to make sure that we have a clear understanding of the on the ground dynamics, right? Because I can assume that I'm just speaking to another black person, and they're going to share the same politics, the same worldview, or very similar worldviews to me, and they can be like, no, that's not the way we see it. Right. I'm this, and that's not how we see it, and that happens here in the United States. Every once in a while, you run into a Candace Owens. Who are you? Right?
Like,
that's different.
This one is interesting. An outlier.
The plantation runs deep in that one. Oh man, so please, look, it's 19 minutes. We're gonna stop. Because everyone, we give out 30-minute videos, and when you watch how long people actually watch, it's like 7 minutes.
Right. So we said last time, no one's gonna see this.
No one's gonna watch it twice. That's cool. But those who watched it, if you watched this video this far, you're a soldier.
You're a real one.
You can't nobody tell me nothing bad about you. All them negatives, them double negatives, can't nobody tell me nothing bad about you. So man, we appreciate it. Again, tomorrow, the second Zoom call. December 15th is tomorrow, or it may be today if you're watching it today. If you're watching it tomorrow, it will be today. That makes sense. Yeah. December 15th, Wednesday, at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time in the United States, and 7 o'clock South African time. And again, please leave us some comments and suggestions on places we can do to brunch. Wait a minute.
Might have a cameo.
My cameo appearance.
A treat for
All
those of you
right.
who stuck around.
Ah, that's the he growing the afro, y'all. He trying to get right. That boy handsome. That boy handsome. That's my oldest one. He has my name. That boy handsome. Ask him. I don't know where the baby is. He's back there watching anime.
Minding his business.
Right. All right, family. So thank you guys so much for watching, and peace and blessings.
Thank you.